Seguro es cama y me inyectaron suero de colores y me sacaron la radiografía y me diagnosticaron mal de amores al ver mi corazón como latía. Me platearon hasta el alma con rayo X cirugía y es que la ciencia no funciona. Solo tu beso, vida mía. Ay, negra, mira, búscate un catete. Inyéctame tu amor como insulina. Y dame vitamina de cariño. Que me ha subido la bilirrubina. Me sube la
Hello, Ambassador.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to our mission here in Seoul. Welcome to
you.
our embassy.
Thank you for inviting us today.
Yes, this is the leader space of the Dominican Republic here in Korea.
So I'm in the Dominican Republic right now.
Yes, you are. We are not so far from the Dominican Republic.
Right.
Now, this is territory of the Dominican Republic.
So I guess not many Koreans are very familiar with the Dominican Republic. Where is it exactly?
Yes, that's why I have this map.
Oh.
You see, this is whole America. This is United States.
Right.
And the Dominican Republic is in that island.
Oh, I
It's in the
see.
middle of the Caribbean Sea, between Europe and whole America. We are 1 hour 45 by flight to Miami.
Ambassador, could you tell us a bit about the history of Dominican Republic?
Of course, this island was called the Hispaniola because it was the first island that discovered the Spaniards when Christopher Columbus came from here in 1492 to discover what they call the New World. The island is divided in two countries. One is the Dominican Republic, who has 2/3 of the territory, and Haiti. They speak French. They were a French colony for many years. In the Dominican Republic, we have the Spanish heritage. So we have a lot of history there. In this city, in Santo Domingo, there is the first street, which we call Calle Las Damas, the first cathedral. So our culture is a mixture of many things, but we are very proud of our Spanish culture because we are part of a big continent that was conquered by Spain 5 centuries ago.
I see. Rich history and rich nature too. Ambassador, do you have anything in the embassy that you could introduce the Dominican Republic culture for our viewers?
Of course, but first, let me introduce you someone, a civilian officer that we have to go here with you.
Oh,
so, come
okay.
on, with
All
me
right.
to my office.
Oh, thank
please.
you.
Let me introduce you,
Yes, hello.
Grace Sugarby. She is a Dominican who lives here in Korea. He is like a bridge between our two cultures.
I
So,
see.
Grace Sugarby.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Grace.
So please sit.
Yes. So do you work here in Seoul?
For a very long time, I was working between New York, LA, and here to bridge the gap between K-pop fans all across the globe. So I've acted in productions that I've been in Korean and have highlighted different areas of Korea. And so I've really enjoyed working as that connection between Latin American and Korean culture.
What made Korea so attractive for you?
I think that there are a lot of similarities between Dominican culture and Korean culture. We have a lot of jong, which is that connection
Right.
between family. Korea is a very interesting history, and I love the language. Speaking the language is very fun for me. So there are many different parts that are charming about Korea.
Oh, I see. Ambassador, how many people from Dominican Republic are here right now in Seoul?
There are now 53 Dominicans who live here. Most of them are university students. Some of them are playing on the Korean Baseball League. And some of them got married with some Koreans and live here. We don't have so many Dominicans, but as Grace, they are brilliant, and we are very proud of them. I want to show you this photo behind you, this picture. It's a very important person for us. This is our first baseball player who is on the Hall of Fame of Baseball in the United States.
Oh.
His name is Juan Marichal. We have now 3 baseball players who belong to the Hall of Fame of the baseball in the United States. And now we have more than 200 baseball players playing now with the American teams in this season in the United States. And here in Korea,
Yes.
we have 5 baseball players
Oh,
playing in different teams on your league. And we are very proud of them also. And you know what? On Dominican Republic, people go to the baseball game to drink.
Oh.
They drink, they get drunk. And here you sing.
Right.
see?
Interesting.
It's very funny for me.
We had a lot of fun watching the baseball games with all the Dominican community because we had our flag with us, supporting one of our players on the team, and we also were able to dance and sing with all the Korean
Right.
fans as well. So it was a really wonderful moment.
And I want to show you, if you please accompany me.
Oh,
Yes. Some things that are very famous in our party and
Wow.
our festivals.
Oh,
We
yes.
use those mags in our festival, our carnival festival, every February. Everything here are handmade, and we call it Diablos, the devil. 3 Sundays in the whole February, they wear the mags. 3 Sundays, and nobody knows who
you are,
with the
yeah.
suit and the mags. And the last Sunday, they take off the mags. So now you see, it's your neighbor, it's your boyfriend, it's anyone you know, it's your familiar. And they party all Sundays. So those festivals are the most famous in all the Caribbean.
Well, I'm going to play some music that we listen to during the festivals. We love merengue and
Yes,
bachata.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, very lively.
So this is typical merengue music.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is very typical. And here you have academies
Oh.
to teach Korean to dance merengue. And it's very easy. You know, and the only thing you need to do is move the hips.
Oh.
That's it. I'll show you.
Yeah,
Okay.
You want to
Yes,
see?
please. Yes.
You see?
Very simple.
Look, it's only moving the hips. Look, look. You don't need the teacher to do that. It's very easy. And the class is free now. You see? It's very easy. And the Dominicans like to dance merengue all day.
Oh.
So we also have, aside from merengue, we have bachata, which is another genre of music that only exists. It came from Dominican Republic. I'll show you
Oh, yes,
one of the
please.
songs. So this is our bachata, and it has a different step than merengue. It's very much about love and yearning. So merengue is a mixture of influences from Europe and the African communities that mixed within our culture when, in our history. So it has a lot of rhythm, and then bachata is about that yearning.
Yeah, bachata comes from the heart of the Dominicans. This is a modern bachata, but it's a typical music in the Dominican Republic and all around the world now. It's very famous.
Yeah, even a lot of the students that would learn salsa are now learning bachata. So it's very popular in the clubs, even here in Hongdae and Itaewon.
Yes.
So all across the world, in Europe as well, one of the main dances that people learn are salsa, bachata, and merengue. Do you know how to dance a little bit?
Yes, why
Yes,
not?
you want to dance a
Yes.
little?
Yes.
So it's a different step. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, step. 1, 2, 3, step. So we
Yeah.
can do a little bachata. So it's easy. We're gonna do right, left, right, step. Left, right, left, step. Right, left, right, step. Left, right, left, step. And if you can move the hips really big, it's all about the hips for us.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Yes.
So you do this, and then you have a lot of fun with all your
It's all
family and your
about
friends.
moving the hips. I assure you.
We're all about that. And you guys did a good job.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much for all the preparations, and especially thank you so much, Grace, for teaching us the steps. as
No
well.
problem. It was fun.
So, Ambassador, shall we move on and continue our conversation?
Of course, a pleasure.
So I know that you've done so many different things before you became an ambassador of the Dominican Republic. And one of the things that I remember is you previously worked as a doctor.
Yes, I am a medical doctor, and I was director of a plastic surgery clinic in the Dominican Republic for more than 20 years. And I studied also international relations as part of my political career that I began when I was very young. So at the same time, I worked on the private sector as a doctor. And then in 1204, I became a government officer because I accept from our president on these years, which was Leonel Fernandez, who was the first president of the Dominican Republic who visited Korea to be his medical advisor. So I was in charge of this office for 2 years, then 7 years at the head of the health reform sector in the Dominican Republic. I went back to my work on the private sector, and President Danilo Medina, who's the president now, he offered me to come here as an ambassador. I request to get out, so he wanted I come to Korea because I always wanted to know more about Asia, and I think that in Asia you are building the future of humanity. So I choose to come here. I accept, and it's my first destination as ambassador of my country.
I see. What was your goal when you were first appointed as the ambassador of Dominican Republic to Korea?
My first goal is that Koreans know where the Dominican Republic is. Because I know most of the Koreans don't know. Second, I think that the Koreans must know that there are many Korean companies who are working in the Dominican Republic now. So we need more investment. And we need investment because we are growing up so fast. We are the first economy in whole the Caribbean, and we are now the sixth economy in whole America Latina. So I know that the Koreans know that, and they can go there because we have a very stable social government, and they invest, and they are sure that their inversion, because there are many businessmen from Korea who's going there, will be safe. And third one, I think in tourism also, I didn't know that the Koreans were such fans of golf. So we have in
We
this
do
little
well,
island,
yes.
we have 18 international golf courses. We want that the Koreans know that can go there and can play golf for a competitive price. So my goals are tourism and inversion. Investment of the Korean capitals in the Dominican Republic are very important now because we consume also Kia and Hyundai are the cars that Dominican drive. And the Samsung, LG are the TVs that Dominican watch and the cell phones that Dominican use. So I think it's important that Koreans know about our island. And yes, they're trying to understand what I do, where we are, and it's so easy to go there also. It's not so far. It's not so far you can go.
I see. We established our diplomatic ties in 1962 and have maintained such good relations. And the Embassy of the Dominican Republic was established in 1983. And I heard that it was the first embassy of the Dominican Republic that was established in whole Asia.
We began our diplomatic relations in 1962. And then the Dominican Embassy was the first one in this part of the world in 1983 because we share values. We believe in democracy, we fight for freedom, we fight for peace, we share a lot of values. So I think that's why those years that the Dominican Republic, our government, in those years think that was very good to support internationally to Korea. So we support to Korea in the international theater in many things for many years, and we have a very close relationship. I think it's important that the Koreans know that the Dominican Republic has been a sincere and loyalty ally of the Korean Republic of Korea for those years.
I see. The Forum for East Asia Latin America Cooperation, the only international forum that connects East Asia with Latin America. The Dominican Republic is the regional coordinator for FALAC, and Korea has the FALAC Cyber Secretariat. So I've heard both countries play an important role in the forum. So what exactly are their roles in FALAC?
Korea is the biggest support of this forum on Asia. So last year, the Dominican Republic was selected. We are not the biggest country of Latin America, but we are proudly selected as the coordinator for Latin America. And in November this year, we will have the most important meeting, that is the foreign minister meeting.
Right.
And we'll have this meeting in November 8 and 9 in Santo Domingo, our capital, in the Dominican Republic. So it's the 20th anniversary of FEALAC this year. So I think what Dominican Republic thinks is the time for we to exchange idea what will be the future of FEALAC. So I think next November in Santo Domingo, the discussion will be very open. And we, from here, from this embassy, we propose and all the countries accept one thing. Because in my country, this year was declared by the government Year of Innovation. When I read that on the newspaper, I was here. I wrote there, I said, oh, I live in the country that is here in Korea, and the country number one in innovation in the world. And they are the supporters of FEALAC. I think it's a good idea to have a special day to talk about innovation. And the meeting on November, we will have one day, a whole day, to talk our 36 countries about innovation in our countries. So it's an example on how useful could FIALAT be for all our countries.
I see. Last March, Prime Minister Lee Na-kyun visited the Dominican Republic for the first time since we established our diplomatic ties. And I know that it is also the first time as a Prime Minister to visit Caribbean region as well. And I think that visit shows how important the Dominican Republic is to Korea at this point.
I think for Korea, we are the door now for the whole Caribbean because we are the first economy. We are a very organized country and we are open to everyone. For example, 5-6 years ago, there were not a Korean restaurant in the Dominican Republic, you know. Now there are 7 or 6. So Dominicans are learning how to eat the Korean food. So it's an example of how important the culture is important between the countries. So you know more about Korea for the culture, but also for business. Korea provides the system for customs in the Dominican Republic. We bought the software, we bought all the equipment to a company here, and yeah, they provide the support for the customs. And also, we have now 25 students who are here in the Korean universities, students in different careers, because Korea provides scholarships to come here. And the first things they do is to learn Korean. It's a way to have people there who can work with Korean companies. And this is a very good program. So, as you see, we have a very close relation in many aspects. Not only commerce, not only sports, not only culture, but only on the cooperation between the two countries.
I see. In what other areas can we expect more growth when it comes to our bilateral cooperation?
I think tourism is a great opportunity for both countries. 65 of our tourists come from the United States. 35% come from Europe. And I think we can grow more fast because we are open new beaches and new opportunities to people. Now I think Asia is a goal for us. And the particular case of Korea, I think two kinds of tourists. First, golfers and honeymooners, because honeymooners can stay longer time on the hotels, and we have a plan with some airlines here, trying to have some people who goes there, and famous YouTuber can go there, and maybe we can give an impulse to the honeymooners to be interested in going there. And also because in the Dominican Republic there are two cultural things that are very popular now from Korea, and it's K-pop and K-dramas also. So our young people dance like the people from here, and we can exchange. Many people from the Dominican Republic wants to come here. Young people wants to come here, you know? So I think it's a very big opportunity.
I see. Last but not least, what do you think is needed to be done to maintain our good relations between our two countries?
I think we need to know each other. I think Dominicans need to know that Korea is not only cell phones and televisions and cars. There are 25 million people in this capital and 50 million people all over this country, that if you add the 25 million people that live in North Korea, it's a very big country and very important country. We need to know about the culture of Korean, the way of living of Korean, and you Koreans need to know about us. I think I need to show you that we are people like you, that we like parties, that we want to grow up, that we admire you from the distance, all the things you obtain, working hard. And I try to show my country in this program, so some people maybe is interested on going there. And we have the best beaches in all the Caribbean, and you will have fun there, I guarantee. If you don't have fun, I give your money back.
I see. Ambassador, thank you so much for your time and also sharing your insights with us today.
No, thank you for visiting, not only you, all the people here, and this embassy is open to all of you. So thank you to you for your time also.
Thank you.